And so, since the primitives who believe in religion amongst the Jews are assembling in the synagogue now, it's 4:45 on the East Coast, it's still light out, I guess, for the High Holy Days, beginning with Rosh Hashanah and the 10 days of awe. They believe, even the most cynical actually probably has a semblance of remembering of being a child, during which the father may have said to him, mind your step, son, you're entering God's temple, and over the next 10 days, God is going to judge you whether you're written into the book of life. Like, oh, man, okay, I don't want to, I'm young, I'm 8 years old, I don't want to be wiped out. You watch your step, you blow that nose, you brush those teeth, you do your homework, you don't tell any lies, you polish that apple for your teacher, do everything right over these next 10 days because God is watching. So the child, believes in that. Then you become a man, you become cynical. Who believes in that? That's for a kid. And yet there's an awful lot of adults who actually believe God is watching them in these days. So they do certain rituals. They blow the shofar. And they say, blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has granted us life, sustained us, enabled us to reach this occasion. Well, what does that mean? What do you mean God has granted us life? Isn't it Obama who's granted us life? What do you mean sustained us? Isn't it welfare and food stamps that sustain us? What do you mean God has enabled us to reach this occasion? Isn't it Obama who has enabled us to reach this occasion? Well, to some it is, but to most who understand that God preceded Obama, there actually is a God. And there will be a God after Obama. And they do ask God to inscribe them in the book of life. But what's a very interesting fact that you don't know is that during the Rosh Hashanah period, when the men are praying and the women are praying, they say in Hebrew, remember us for life, inscribe us in the book of life for your sake, O living God. So you're saying to God, for your sake, inscribe us in the book of life. What does that mean? Why would God want us to be in the book of life? Why does he want us to live, not to die? I say this is one of the most important questions that I, as a spiritual man, could answer on the radio from my perspective. Am I a rabbi? No. Am I a holy man? No. Am I asking for a donation? No. Am I selling you a survival item to cash in on it? No. Am I selling you a Savage Bible? No. I'm giving you one man's interpretation of that very meaningful prayer where the religious man says, God, inscribe us in the book of life for your sake. Why do they say for your sake? Why is it for God's sake that he would want to inscribe us? Because without man, God could not exist on this planet. Do you understand that? And do you know how that differentiates us from the atheists? As good as they may be, some atheists, and as wonderful they may be, and as great shepherds they may be of the earth, they don't even understand what they're doing in the big picture. In other words, the atheistic nature lover would say, I'm as good as you, if not better, because I protect the environment. What they don't understand is that a plant cannot worship God. The animal who I may love cannot worship God. My dog, who I love very much, cannot worship God. The eagle cannot worship God. The hawk that I love to look at as he flies over the trees cannot worship God. But I can. And so, in other words, for God to exist on this planet, we have to be here. So for the sake of God, we ask him to inscribe us in the book of life. And that's my revelation. I'm Michael Savage. I'll be right back.